One, two, three. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome, anyone, to Books, Travels, Histories, and Tales. I'm CW. I'm here in the Dungeon Library. Today, as requested, I have a part two segment. In 1982, a U.S. subcommittee presented a report that said 75% of the ATF prosecutions were aimed at ordinary citizens who had neither criminal intent nor knowledge, but were enticed by agents into unknowingly technical violations. That's interesting. The report suggested that the reform of federal firearms laws, such as a proposed and would be largely self enforcing and would enhance vital protection of the Constitution and civil liberties of those Americans who chose to exercise their Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. The Firearms Owners Protection Act of 1986, the FOPA, addressed these abuses noted in the 1982 Senate subcommittee report. Among the reforms was reopening the sales of long guns on a limited basis, legalization of ammunition shipments through the U.S. Postal Service, removal of the requirement of record keeping on sales of non armor piercing ammunition, and the federal protection of transportation of firearms through states where possession of said firearms would otherwise be illegal. Basically, if you were possessing a firearm in one state where it was legal, and you were, say, moving to another state, you're in state, also the firearm had to be legal. So if you went through a couple of states where it was not legal, you would be protected, supposedly, under this. Well, enter the congressman from New Jersey, William J. Hughes, a Democrat. He attaches a ban that stops civilians from owning or possessing, after a certain time, I believe 1986, you can no longer own a machine gun or an automatic rifle. In Washington, D.C., while this is going on, C SPAN is recording it, of course, and they're almost right up there with NPR. Um, this happens in the late hours when the press is reps are getting hammered at the DC bars at least four times, according to the transcript. I couldn't find the video from C-SPAN. Uh, I don't know if it's not available or it's just hard to find. The representative from New Jersey stops the amendment from being read into the record. He does this four times. Later that evening, when the amendment carries, it carries not on a record vote, a, voice vote. So whoever yells the loudest gets recorded and they pass the amendment. So we don't even know who said yay or nay. There's no recorded on that. Yeah, I hate voice votes. I want to know how my representative votes. So that's something to think about in the next future. So this bill gets presented with this amendment on it, and it's signed by Ronald Reagan. He's not crazy about it. He thought about vetoing it, but those that supported it, namely, other Republicans and the NRA, said we'll take care of that amendment later. They never did. Well, surprise, this past August, a federal district judge struck down the possession of a firearm, a machine gun restriction. Judge John Broomes of the Federal District Court of Kansas dismissed two counts of possession of a machine gun against an indicted Tamori Morgan. The judge posed the firearm is a bearable arm under the Second Amendment. The judge posed also that in his decision, he cited parts of the Bruen case from New York, where the states, not the state, but the U.S. Supreme Court wrote that under the may issue standard is as far as like issuing a permit to carry, a may issue is mostly arbitrary. and therefore unconstitutional under the Second Amendment. Remember, there's still restrictions like that $200 tax to the ATF, still no felonies, thank God, and no violent misdemeanors in most cases, or most states. And that now includes domestic violence. I am certain that there are going to be parties that take this all the way to the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals, so stay tuned on that. That out of the way, I just want to take some time to thank all of you who are subscribed to this channel. I can't thank you enough. I've never thought that my passion for the past could be shared with so many. You are all making this a great little community. As always, I love the likes and the comments. The dislikes are welcome too, but you got to leave a comment why you don't like it. Since about 84% of you that are watching are not subscribed, please reconsider and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a click of a button. That's all. Yeah, love to hear it. So don't forget, ring the bell, drop a comment, or any ideas you like to see on this channel. Love to hear from you. Well, that's a little bit more of that history, and it's all in the past. See you tomorrow when we talk about today. Bye.